How's it going, folks? It's Lobo and welcome back to the channel. And I feel like I'm saying this every day now, but we have yet another clip from the Batman. I guess you could say the only good thing about this is that they release clips that we've somewhat seen in trailers. It's just a further expansion on them. It's not something that's randomly pulled from the movie that's like essential. So I appreciate that they're somewhat making it not so revealing. It's just things we know and expanding a bit on them. So this one concerns the Riddler in the diner, and of course, I'm very excited for this. I was surprised when they showed that, like, the first shot of the main trailer back in October was the Riddler getting caught by the GCPD, which I was like, damn, really? What? But then you have to think John Doe type of situation. From all the marketing we've seen, it really appears to be. And I'm going to further elaborate on this after we watch it, because there's some things I've noticed in all the TV spots and all the trailers. So we'll talk about that later. But anyway, let's just dive right into this. I'm excited. And I know it's like pretty short. It's like 20 or 30 seconds. So let's go.
Police! Hands up! He said put your hands up, you son of a...
He's just still stirring his coffee, making that riddle. Oh, he is so in control of the situation. Wow, we actually see his face.
Ooh.
What? That was it? That was like 20, that was like 15, 10 seconds. Damn. Okay, wow. Holy shit, the suspense and the sort of the chills that that scene evokes. God damn. Yeah, just further expanding on what I was saying earlier, he's really has them playing directly into his hand there. When we see him in the trailers when he's in Arkham, and I know they overlay his voice where he's like, I've been trying to reach you, but the Batman's like, what have you done? You know? But we see progressively the Batman says that a number of times, like, what have you done? What have you done? And then he's like, you'll see. Again, you have to kind of guess if that dialogue from the Riddler is taken out of context and they just put it for the sake of the flow in the trailer. But there has to be some certain events in that scene that is making Batman feel so angry, that is really provoking that animal within him to come out and lash out at him. So it all, to me, is very much like John Doe. You know, what's in the box? Like, it feels like that. The Riddler bombing Gotham. I wish they wouldn't have shown that in the damn trailer where he bombs Gotham and there's the Great Flood. But he leaves it in his hideout, a real change for Gotham. And you could see the blinking lights around the shoreline because that's places that he targets to blow up the seawall. But the real change for Gotham is like the real clue, because it's Bella Real, as she's trying to be a mayor, make a real change for Gotham. And her sort of campaign center, or where she's having like a campaign rally. And that it looks like a Jumbotron, and it's got like the stage and the stadium. It looks like inside of some sort of stadium that they just converted for the sake of being like a rally. And that's where Batman's on the catwalk fighting Riddler's goons that are dressed just like him. He's with Selina there also. And we can see in certain trailers that the flood crushes through the walls and completely floods the place. So he has like some centralized thing. I don't know if he's going to target her as another target, but I feel like potentially. But then that would have to mean that she has, her hands are dirty a bit too, because he's only targeting Gotham's elite and corrupt. So that's very interesting. But he's just really playing into his hands here. Everything he wants to happen is happening. And you have to imagine, how did they find him in a random diner? I'm guessing part of the riddle was him giving them his location. Like, I feel like a riddle Batman solved was like, oh, I'm at blah, blah, blah diner. Because you see him there stirring the question mark in his like cup of coffee, cup of tea. I think it's coffee or cappuccino or whatever. I'm not really a connoisseur in the coffee. I don't drink coffee. But in the Bat and Cat trailer, we see that Batman is outside of that diner looking in through the window. So Batman's at the scene. So this was all pre-coordinated with the SWAT team, with the GCPD, with Batman. So I feel like the Riddler actually gave them their location, because it doesn't make any sense for all these people to just know he's there and then pull up at the exact same time. This was pre-coordinated, and he revealed it, is what I'm guessing, because this is all part of his grand scheme. Like, it's kind of like Joker when he's like, you have to play my little game. When he's in custody, he has all the power, completely turn the tables, and I absolutely love that. And it's very sinister. That whole scene where nobody, because in the trailer, it makes you like, you know, they're like, hands up, stay still, and then they slam him, cuff him. They bleeped up some swears. I'm like, okay, let's go. We're getting very tense dialogue here. I like it, even though it's like somewhat mild. I think there's going to be an F-bomb drop in here. I mean, who gives a shit if they say fuck a bunch of times? But it's how the MPA system works, so. But the way that no cops initially went to handcuff him, that they waited for him to slowly turn around. You can hear the creaking of his chair. I'm like, yo, the chills. I love it. I love the atmosphere. That's crazy. I mean, you have to think this is a mass murderer who's been dressing up, live streaming, killed the mayor, killed the police commissioner, killed the DA, trying to kill Bruce Wayne, trying to kill the Batman, possibly the other person running for mayor, Bella Real. So like, he's really being successful, excuse me. And now he has this layer of fear that nobody wants to touch him. And I love that. He's like, I'm not going to expand too much on this, even though I kind of did. I would love to leave a bit of it for you to explore in the movie. I'm not saying that I'm 100% correct, but I feel like with all the clues they've been leaving in marketing, in trailers, we can really come to conclusions that something along the lines of this is how it's going to play out. So I apologize if I'm sort of like laying the table of how this movie's going to go. I'll save that for my Batman like related video on the day of release, just so I can see if I was correct in any criteria, any aspect of the movie. But I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory when you add up all the sort of pieces that this is generally how it's going to go, where he willingly turns himself in, giving up his location. So anyway, just very excited, very suspenseful. It was only like 10 seconds. A lot of people, I know the option is you can not watch the clips because everyone is like, they're leaking the damn movie. I've seen it already. Sure, you still have the option to not watch it, but you also have to think that in total, we probably have less than 15, less than 20 at the most minutes of footage compiled. And this is a 2-hour and 47-minute long movie, not including credits. So it's nearly 3 hours long. So 20 minutes is still a fraction of the movie's length. So there is still a lot to go through, a lot to explore. And I'm very excited, and I just hope you guys are too. And you got your tickets. I'm going March 1st, fortunately, but whenever you can get your tickets, if you want to see this movie, please do it. It's going to be great. So anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. And until then, I will catch you folks in my next video.